Okay, this should be good now. I think you should be able to hear me. So let me know. Thank you for the feedback. Should be okay now. So as I said, thank you for being with me today. As usual, on Monday we do a weekly forecast on the market. Perfect. Okay, I get some feedback. So yeah, as usual on Monday we make a weekly forecast. Let me know in the chat if you're a 5ers trader, if where you're from also. I know this is the World Cup, so maybe it will be good to understand and to know where you guys are located around the world. So yeah, and like I said on Monday, generally I don't take any trades, but I'm already in positions. So today I will be able to show some of the positions and the analysis I already made. And yeah, we'll continue on that. Okay, first of all, let me show you the dollar index chart that I've been looking for last week. I was waiting for a pullback in the dollar index. You know that the dollar index has pushed down. Let's say the dollar lost a bit value because there was some push in the indices. So you know, risk on, risk off environment. That's something I keep explaining. And I was waiting for a pullback. That actually happens. We see earlier today that the euro dollar is slipping down around 0.5%. So this actually gives me a small opportunity. I will see if I could hold actually the position I have, but you will probably understand what's the position I already take by showing at the dollar index. Let me show you guys the dollar index. All down. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just checking the chat right now. There is no sound. I'm sorry for that. Because I changed the just because I changed the frame. So yeah, there was no sound. Sorry for that. I was just explaining. I will go back to the explanation. I think there was probably 5 minutes where I was talking without any sound. So sorry for that again. Just to come back only to my analysis for today. We actually analysis last week that the dollar index here have pushed down very let's say the market has here made an interesting sell-off. It's also broke the uptrend line and this bullish momentum. Okay, this was the bullish momentum from beginning of 2022. This was a huge breakout on the supply. If you remember, guys, this was during the CPI news where the inflation was better than expected. Here I was looking for a pullback. Okay, so this is what happened actually here. And here, this is the key zone that I already explained last week in my previous trading room. I'm looking for this zone to attract, let's say, to be in the continuation of the selling movement. This might be a bit risky. We know that the dollar is very strong recently, but again, I'm looking for technical movement. So yeah, this is also connected to those points with actually here was a support for a few times. Here we breaked out. You see we had a rejection here at the end of the day, and then we are actually starting the let's say the retest to that zone. Especially my risk management should be very tight. Okay, my stop loss should be above the high, or let's say above this supply, because the next zone will probably be on that supply here. So I should be very careful. This is not an easy trade to manage, but this is what I was looking for, and I'm going with my plan, so I'm fine, and we will see. I'm expecting, you know, a small retrace on a day trade, or at least to let's say few days, okay, for the price at least to get back to the average. I will show you also in a minute in the pound and in the euro dollar, like I explained just before. But again, I'm not expecting, let's say my trade will not expect the dollar index to make a lower low. Okay, I'm expecting only the price to go back at least to the average. You see here we have let's say a daily resistance, so at least get back to this resistance. That's why I'm starting to build the position here. And this is exactly what I'm doing here on the pound and in the euro. That's why I explained this just before. I was starting building the position here. As you know, guys, my theory is all the time the price will go back to the mean as soon as possible. So, you know, this is what I'm expecting. Okay, this is consolidation zone. We see it clearly. The average might be on the middle. We are actually at the bottom. I starting building the position. And you see my stop loss is very tight, so you know, I'm ready to take this type of risk. There is also a demand here on the pound dollar on the 15 minutes. We have here stochastics. You see that starting to cross below 20, so we will see what's happening here. This is very bearish. Okay, I'm going against the trend, but as you know, guys, this is part of my analysis. I'm waiting for a retracement to go back to the mean. That's what I'm looking for. In the euro dollar, it's quite the same, and yeah, we will wait. We'll wait for any movement here. What I found interesting is that we had here this, you know, uptrend channel on the daily chart. Here it's a, you know, this is something I found, you know, very easy to anticipate. Okay, this is exactly what we had in the dollar index. A huge you know, ups and down movement, pull back on the lower side. I know at some times I'm expecting the market to go back and to make a new high. So this is why I'm building the position here. And yeah, we will see. I know that there was here an interesting point at breakout. I'm expecting the price to go back. We're gonna see if this holds. And you see my entry point are all the time at, you know, took M5 and M15 to enter the market. it's all the time as, you know, key zone all the day. So now I could also enter the market here, but you know, I keep that price to enter. So yeah, let's check what's happening. You know, I'm not afraid to show if the trade goes against me. That's fine. This is part of my trade, my trading and my position, and we will see. Euro dollar 0.59 until mid of next year. I'm not going with that sentiment. 0.59 is you know, too far for me. The market, you know, already pushed above 1. And we will see. Maybe Stefan, it's good, you know, to have this conversation. If something that I would like to remind is those trading room are only for an educational purposes. Okay, I'm not giving you any trading advice. I'm sharing with you my analysis. You can, you know, you can have another analysis or, you know, another sentiment about the market. That's fine. We are here to discuss or interact. So yeah, I would be, you know, interesting to know why you think that the euro will crash. You think that in the middle of next year, so in around 7 months, the euro will be 0.59. You know, bring me an explanation. I'm very interested to know what you have as analysis. Okay, it can be technical, it can be fundamental, but you know, let me know what you think about. What do you think about euro pound? Okay, let's go into the chart. Okay, so you're looking probably at, you know, I'm trying to identify what you're talking about, but here this might be the structure you are looking for, and here actually the market is breaking it. The fact here I found this very interesting is that the you know, the breaking of the structure is not intensive. Okay, it's take a lot. You know, it's not happening in straight. You know, like here you see that the market has pushed strongly on one side during 8 hours, and here it takes a lot of time for the market to get down. So this is a movement that, you know, showing some weaknesses. Okay, so I'm expecting at some point, and you know, we also see that the market, you see, is having lower ups and down movement. Okay, so it's like an accumulation or a distribution. So at some point I'm expecting a huge, you know, movement either on the upside or on the downside. If I would, you know, tell, not a guess, but if I continue with my theory and my analysis, I'm expecting the market to go up because I'm expecting the market to go back to the average. Okay, the average, actually the average is getting down because we break the structure, so at least the market can go back to that point. Okay, and this would be here, I think, the target if you want to expect, you know, retracement. This was a very big key zone. This zone should be a key zone for people that want to sell again the euro pound. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for the euro pound. In my theory, I will not, you know, trying to sell the euro pound right now because it's already extended. Okay, the market already make the move from here. So let's find. Yeah, this might be interesting. Again, here, if the market goes against us, for example, the next demand for the euro pound is here. Here there is an interesting demand. So you know, it depends what you look for. If it's a swing trade, it's a day trade. But if it's a swing trade and you want to buy the euro pound, you know, here might be 1.3 pound, which is an interesting demand. Yeah, and it also converged with that point. Let's say this big zone here. Okay, maybe not here. Here it's a bit overextended, but yeah, interesting. I will just get rid of all the line. It can be very complicated. Stefan, I didn't get your feedback. I don't know if you're still on the live or not, but I'm waiting for your feedback. I believe that other people will be happy also to understand what you think about the euro. You're just telling that the euro dollar, the target is 0.59. Maybe you read some articles, maybe you made your own analysis, but you know, I'm not in your opinion, and it's always good to know what you think, okay? So, would be happy to know. Yeah, and you know, the US market didn't move from already last week. We also identified together that this was a big consolidation zone. I think we sell the market around the top here. We wait the market to go, but this was on the Dow Jones last week. I know that I exit almost all my positions. So this is what happened. Actually, the market trying to go back again into this zone. We have a small uptrend starting to create on the web 30 minutes. So yeah, it looks like the market don't want to go below. We'll see at the opening. The opening is in the next 10 minutes. We will see if this holds. I believe that if at the opening the market, you know, start to push on the upside, again, it will give some you know, euro dollar some momentum on the upside. Same for the pound. So yeah, let's look closely at the indices. I don't know if we will break it this week. And thank you, Latam, for mentioning that this week is a short week because of the Black Friday. So probably the market are closed on Friday. So generally, when you have, you know, holidays in a week, and probably there is some interesting news also. Let's find together if there are some interesting news that week. It will be on Forex Factory. Monday there is nothing today, nothing tomorrow. There is the PMI on Wednesday, and that's it. Oh, okay. And there is the FOMC meeting also on Wednesday. So Wednesday will be like, you know, a key decision, a key day, let's say, key event days. So we should be careful on Wednesday. Probably talking about the inflation and interest rate. But we already know what they will talk about. All the time it's the same. Yeah, inflation is slowing down and the interest rate will be lower. So the market already priced it. Difficult to expect that the inflation will go back. I think we already touched the highest point in the inflation. I believe that the Fed already have the inflation into the hand, that it's still under management, let's say. But But again, I believe this might be the bottom on the S&P. This probably might be the bottom. Here we had like a fake out on that level. Okay, the market was trading below, and then the market has, you know, nice momentum. It's like 10% from the low. Okay, I'm not telling that the market cannot go back and make a retracement again on the lowest point, but we will see what the future will give to us. What I like here in the euro dollar, and that's why I kept here adding my position, is that I found, you know, this zone, which is a bigger zone than this one. For example, you see the market was trading here, and then it was trading here. And then it, you know, on the lower time frame, it's starting to show some strength. We will see at the opening if this can bring some confirmation. So, you know, here we make lower high, lower low. This is very bearish. I started already building my position. I don't know where will be the bottom. And here you see the market is very neutral. You know, this is a consolidation zone. If we go to the M1 here, it's also we can make some good scalp here. For example, is also a key zone on the M1. If I go back to the here, you see top breakout, retest. So this is a key zone. Of course, in the lower time frame. So this is nice. You know, you are already in position, and you can try to expect what will be the next move for the asset itself. Here in my case, you know, downtrend, structure, and then breakout on the structure, and we can, you know, go above my entry point and my average price. And of course, go back to the average. I believe in this type of situation, even we break out here. Let me show you where I expect the price to go back. Okay, so at least a movement to that spot. That would be my first take profit to get out of some position. I have some exposure in the pound, also in the euro, so this will be the first TP I would be able to take, and we will see if the market can at least go and push even higher to the average of the last zone that we had before. Should be careful about what's going to happen in the S&P. Actually, there is nothing to be stressed about. I'm very actually confident, so I'm gonna check. And the pound, you know, is also a scenario that I like, because we are still in the big zone. You see in the H4 we didn't break any structure. You see on the H1 here it's an interesting point. Even we didn't, you know, touch. I think I tracked a good price here, for example. This was nice, but the market didn't push at least to the bottom of that zone. But you know, here in the pound, the market didn't break any structure. What I'm feeling confident also is that we had on the M15 chart, for example, you know, lower trend, you know, so we had this structure. So it's a base, top base, let's say. Then the market pushed down, and then here the market on the M5, you see. So here it's lower low, lower high, and here again the market creating a bottom. Okay, so this is neutral. Okay, the market went down, neutral, make a base, and I hope here we can have a rally again to the average. Again, I should be patient. I already built my position. The markets in US will be open in 4 minutes, and let's wait what's going on. It's always good to you know, to have a trader that have some drawdown and knows how he manage it. Okay, so today I was a bit in drawdown, but again, the plan and the structure was in front of my eyes. Nothing was broken, and I was waiting for. So let's check it out. Okay, interesting. Thank you for the feedback, Roman. I think this is interesting. So Thursday is the US holiday, Thanksgiving, and Friday, yeah, and Friday is a Black Friday. I know it. I will probably make some shopping also myself. Okay, so yeah, it's a short week because of the US holidays and because of the Black Friday, where we should expect a low day of volatility. So yeah, it's a short week, so maybe not expecting a huge movement. But I think Wednesday there is interesting news. So probably Wednesday the market will move, and then the market will slow down. So I think probably Friday will be a good day to make some scalping, to get some gains into a zone. For example, this one. You see, if we have like this type of creation of zone in Friday, this is something we would like to take opportunity. Okay, we know that this is Friday, that probably traders in US have a long week. They take their holidays in Thursday, and then Friday go to the weekend. Not much volatility. That's something we can expect. Of course, this is in the H1, but what I'm talking is that we can find this type of setup on Friday. When we have ups and downs, low volatility, and gain from that. So yeah, we're gonna see. But thank you for the feedback. Okay, we are 1 minute away from the opening in the S&P and the US market in general. We will see what's happening. It will also get some impact about the position I am already holding in the euro and in the pound dollar. So it's against the dollar. I'm trading for a decrease in dollar value. Okay, so we come back to break even, especially at that point. We'll see if in the pound the market will break out. This looks like good, actually. We need to have some confirmation here. The S&P is a bit pushing up in the M1, so you see, risk on, risk off environment. This is something I already explained a lot of time. If you see the S&P moving up, and especially those periods, okay, when you have a lot of correlation between the dollar and between the US indices. So actually in the S&P, the market holds this small uptrend that's starting to create. Let's wait for the closure of the candle, and then we're going to see if this is not, only the volatility at the opening. Hi Lucian, how are you? Yeah, the S&P is here making a high from the London session, or not yet? Let's see if no. Oh yeah, not yet. Okay, here is the pre-market. So this is the top of the pre-market. what's happening? I know that there is a match in the World Cup. There is England against Iran. He won. What the score? If some people, if you have some UK traders here looking at the match, meanwhile looking at the trading room, let me know, guys. I like football. I don't play any more football, but you know, World Cup is something I will not miss. I will try to look every match I can. I will be supporting France, you know. From red to blue, nice. Yeah, but you know, it can be from red to blue, from big red, you know. We need to be patient. I know that this position requires some patience, and let's say we should be following the plan. Here, if we make a lower low, I would be in trouble, and I would be, you know, I will have to close some of my my exposure. So let's look here. Here we have here a bit of fake out. We'll see. You know, we'll see. It's only the beginning of the session. Probably what's happening on the S&P. Yeah, on the S&P we went down almost all the way. But let's wait. It takes some time to the market to take in consideration everything. So let's wait. Always good to learn new things. Yeah, I hope you can learn some you know, some stuff from those trades I have. We will see how it turns out. I was in drawdown when I just opened the trading room. Just arrived. I was in break-even. I'm still close to break-even. Come back to small losses again, but yeah, the plan is still here. You know, downtrend, base. I hope for a rally. The pound almost touched here the demand. We have stochastic that's starting to cross below 20. You know, here it's I need some pushing movement here, at least. No one told me the score for England. We have 4-1, I think. Okay, so the S&P opens up and now we're starting to get down. That's why we see the euro dollar not succeeding to break the structure. Yeah, here the market is struggling to break, you know, this structure we have. I think when the market here will break, I will be able to wait for a rally and then maybe coming back to this zone. Yeah, we'll see. Actually, the confirmation plan is not. Let's say the plan is not confirmed yet. Okay, I build the position, I'm waiting for a confirmation, and then I'll be able to manage. But here, and the S&P is starting to get down. We'll see. England Iron 4-1. Okay, thanks for the feedback. I think there is more, again, I think probably maybe 30 minutes until the end of the match. We'll see if there will be some goals. I had to sell on the pound dollar, which reached the first, the TP first entry. First entry, I did, yeah, that's good entry. So you wait for the breakout. This will not something I will be looking for. In my theory, okay, when you have, let's say, this this zone here and the market starting to break, so I believe you sell the pound when the market break out. Again, I don't know if you know my mindset, but I'm not a trader that like to go within the breakout or after a breakout or after a confirmation of a breakout. But yeah, you know, that works. But I'm not feeling comfortable by, you know, selling probably the market here, but I think your exit point was very nice. I think we almost approached the end of the bearish trend here, which is the long bearish trend. There is a demand here. You know, we might be on an oversold already, so we're gonna see. Maybe I could take some scalp also here in the S&P. We're gonna see if we can do that. Here, this is not too bad to make an entry. I will explain why just after, but this probably will be the first entry I want to get. And we will see if I can reinforce before. Okay, here multiple points. Why I actually open a buy. Okay, and then this going straight. Maybe the market will probably push even higher. You know, I might be making the TP just at the top of the pre-market. Okay, maybe a bit here, and I would be taking the stop loss just below. Just below here. Okay, multiple points why I actually make a buy here on the S&P. After the opening, we have this zone, which is, I will just get rid of all the line and then you will explain a bit my my point. But this is a key zone. Okay, this is a key zone in the M5 time frame. I don't know if you can see on the M15. It's a bit more difficult, but here we see clearly on the M5. Support, breakout, return around, resistance one time, two time, multiple time. Okay, so this was a resistance just before the market opens. We break out, and here we are making actually retest, especially to that zone. And again, huge volatility movement. Again, one side, I'm expecting the market to go back into average. I don't know if this is clear, okay, but this is again a bit my theory I have here. And here the market was at the 20 standard deviation. Okay, the average was here. The market just go back to the average. I can also exit the market here, which we also confirmed why I make the buy. But I wanted to push a bit higher because we have multiple signals. Okay, we have here resistance that became actually a support right now, and of course I will make the stop loss even tighter because we already have this candle that starting to push even higher. We'll see if this confirmed. But yeah, this is the type of trade I like. Okay, 20 standard deviation. The market here had some confluence, let's say. I'm trying to push. This will be, I think, the M15 candle will close in the next 2 minutes. This is not the bad candle, but you know, the stop loss is very tight again. At the beginning, I was looking for adding a position here at the bottom because on the M30 minutes again, we have, you know, again a line where the market can react. But we will see. Yeah, maybe we can do that again. Here the market did not confirm yet. If the market get down again, I would probably enter, especially at this line. I will make a buy limit. I can? Yeah, buy limit. We'll see. If the market touch my buy limit, I will have my full exposure in this trade. If not, I'm good to go. Okay, I'm good to go at least to the top of the pre-market. So we have to wait a bit what's happening in the yuan, the pound. It seems like the market is getting down against me. Nothing crucial again, but have to be a bit careful. Yeah, I have high leverage on this account, that's correct. I probably have maybe 1 to 100, something like that. I don't remember what's the account leverage on this account specifically. But yeah, the leverage here is not 1 to 10 definitely, and not 1 to 30. Hey Sébastien, bonjour. Actually, a question for you, Ruben. What is your market exposure tolerance? How much can you handle at the same time in lots, and how did you go there? That's a very interesting question, because here, for example, I have exposure. I have exposure, for example, in the dollar. Okay, so I have euro dollar, pound dollar, and the S&P, which is approximately the same exposure. I'm looking for the same thing. So yeah, I'm here a bit overexposed, and that's why, you know, I don't want to. That's why, for example, the pound will be here my exit point at the bottom. For example, I don't want to add anymore. But I calculated, for example, in the euro, the pound, are, for example, the same exposure. I don't want to be overexposed, you know. So I should calculate For example, if I was selling the S&P, I would tell, okay, here my portfolio is balanced. Here, in that case, my portfolio is not so balanced because if the euro dollar goes up, the pound dollar will probably goes up again, and the S&P also. Okay, so see here I'm a bit overexposed. I will not lie, but I'm feeling confident today again. I was looking for this type of movement already in the dollar index from last week. And again, you don't want to be losing more than, let's say, 1% per trade of the account should be the maximum. And on a day, in my opinion, okay, as a trader that know to manage, I don't want to lose more than 2 or 3%, between 2 and 3% per day. So yeah, I think I'm fine at least. And again, I need to manage again the position. If the market goes against me in the euro dollar, for example, if here we make a lower low, so I will close some of the position. I should wait and look what the market is giving to us. Again, as long as we didn't make any low here, I'm not in trouble. And here the S&P is starting to make a retrace again. My entry is not really good. About to get smoked. You know, I don't know. And I'm not getting smoked yet. But let's see, you know. If you would like to see me get smoked in live, you can stay here and still and wait how I will manage the position. I can get smoked one day, but I can be profitable 5 days after, so it depends. And I can get smoked 5 days in a row, but I will never blow my whole accounts in 1 day, 2 days, or even 1 week. Okay, I need some consistency in the long term. I don't care if I you know, need to get stopped out today. That's fine. That's part of the game. You cannot be winning every single day in trading, and if you think that it is possible, so you know, go play casino and go gamble there. MFW, technical analysis. If you're willing to go sell here, so sell the market and goes against me, that's fine, you know. That's again, you can be winning, you can be selling, you can be winning in both positions. That's what I did before in options. Okay, when I was trading options, I don't care if the market goes up or goes down. I was looking for volatility, and I have the same approach in Forex right now. I'm all the time looking for volatility at a single point or at a single day, and that's part of my approach. Nice to be back with you. Appreciate, Sébastien. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. What was your method to increase the amount you can order from a psychological point of view? Again, that's difficult to answer. I don't know, but generally when I'm building the position, I'm never expecting to build the position at the end of the trend. Okay, for example, here, I know that I will be in drawdown at some point. Okay, I know that I will be to suffer some drawdown because I don't know where will be the bottom point. Okay, for example, I starting actually buying on that point. Okay, which is the first zone. Let's say I have 2 buy here. I have a second buy. I think the point is more clear to understand what's. Yeah, let's say. I think the euro was fine to understand. Let me get rid of all the line. Okay. So you see here a bit how the market is structured. Okay, you see the structure. you see the, say, the plan of how the market is actually behaving. Okay, here it's a clear downtrend. We see that we can put a downtrend, whatever it is, but you know, we have base, and then we have a dip, and then base, and then a dip, and then base, and a dip, and again, until we reach this point. Okay, when the market make a bottom 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, starting to push. Here the market again, I think it's happened, you know, a few minutes before, but don't want to go below that. And we actually also find that in the M5, this is a key zone. Okay, I don't know if we can find it here on the M1, but this is clearly a key zone. Okay, so it was again resistance point, 1 time, 2 time, again here we react, again here, again breakout, and from here the market break out on that way, make a touch 1 time, 2 time, and with the 3 time we make a retest. So for me here, this is the end probably of the bearish momentum. This is probably when the market will retrace. Okay, and this is all I know where I should not have my position. Here, if the market goes against me, for example, okay, and make a new low, I will never add into my position, because the market already tried to break the structure we have. Okay, maybe it's more understandable right now, but this is how I view the market. Okay, so downtrend, we have a base here. I think some trader call this a base. I'm calling this a consolidation or accumulation or whatever. I don't know what's so much different, but in price action, it's very easy to see that. Okay, so we have the downtrend, we have the base. Here, if the market make a lower leg, okay, this will not confirm my plan that the market can make a retracement from here. So I will never hide from that one. Okay, so where I can get smoked, I can get smoked when the market goes, you know, 6, 7, or 10 times in a bearish trend. You know, when you can do like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then again the market here, you know, if the market continue to break out, at some point, if the market continue to do that and is a very, you know, against me for a long moment of time, I can get smoked at the end and I will have to close the position. Here, this is what the type of run I like to wait, because here we have a base, and this is the place when the market can retrace, and that's why this is the full exposure I can have. If you talk me about what is the percentage of all the position I can handle in one time, this will be, I don't know, 3% of my portfolio. Okay. Let's say the maximum loss I don't want to get over in one day would be between 2 and 3%. So here in the S&P, I will already remove my bar limit. I think we already see the structure that's starting to break here. I don't want to reinforce. This is exactly what I'm talking about just before. We'll just put my stop loss here at break even. Okay, if the market here reject again and go back to my entry point, I would like to exit the market. This is approximately the same in the euro dollar. Okay, if the market goes back against me here, I will not add, and I will try to think about how I can exit the position. In the euro dollar, it's a bit more complicated because we don't have any, you know, any support, any resistance line. It's more difficult to make a buy here, but I have some experience by doing that time after time. Here in the pound, you know, we have actually this demand point and this zone, you know, to make a reaction. So that's why here my stop loss is just below this one. What type of account do you have? Aggressive one? Yeah, I hear it's a big. Here I have a different account than you probably have in the 5ers. I have leverage probably about 1 to 100. We will probably one day, you know, release some programs that can offer 1 to 100 leverage, but it requires a lot of risk management. Generally, when, you know, we know the average lifetime of trader in the aggressive program, which is 1 to 30, is very low. Okay, so if we give you 1 to 100 and the trader don't know how to manage the risk and open a lot of lot size without putting any stop loss and without managing the trades, the account will be closed in a matter of hours. So so we have to think about it. You know, we are all the time with the traders at the 5ers, so we don't want to provide 1 to 100 leverage if we know that there is no good management behind it. But yeah, this is an account with around 1 to 100 leverage. Okay, I will just finish by the last things. It's been already 1 hour that I'm with you guys. But let me show you the last things I would like to, and that also the things I explained at the beginning of the session. This is the thing I was looking for. Okay, this is the thing I was looking for in the dollar index. I also explained it on last Monday, last forecast. This is a key zone for me in the dollar index. I was expecting the retracement at that point because here the volatility was too high. So at some point the market will go back. And here we are already touching the key zone. We see already the market starting to make a small reaction. We will see if the H4 will confirm that top, and I will be expecting the market probably to get back around that zone. That would be around my take profit that I would take in the market. So yeah, that's it. And of course, I will be continuing monitoring those positions. Actually, the euro dollar is, quite at the top. I hope it will not make a triple top here on the M1 time frame. If this can create a higher high here, I would be happy and just put my stop loss below the low here. I'm just waiting for here the price to make a higher high. And then it's going to probably start to rally. So we will see. Yeah, how long have you been trading that account? I think it's probably 1 year, something like that. Okay guys, we reached the end of the session. Sorry for the small technical issue at the beginning. I think there was some issue with the microphone. So apologize for that. And again, I would like to say that all this intervention and those trading room was only for you. I'm only giving my technical point of the market. Again, I would like to repeat, but I have a different mindset than any other traders that would like to play on the breakout or to, buy on a support, buy on a resistance, put a stop loss. I have a very dynamic trading. That can be difficult to understand, but I'm always happy to share my thoughts and the analysis I have. So of course, this is a theory. I'm keeping practicing on it. Reversion to the mean, go back to the mean. I'm playing with volatility. I'm playing with standard deviation and a lot of things. So this is part of my point. I'm just quoting to you right now, but the euro dollar I already break out. So again, I will just do what I said in the trading room. Just put my stop loss below the bottom part of today. Is the pound starting to break out? Yes. Bit. S&P also. I will keep monitoring those trades. Thank you guys. Thank you for being with me until the end. I appreciate. I will be doing a trading room tomorrow also. I will also share how those trades have been finished. And Wednesday morning, I will be with Jordan for the London session. So guys, be with us. Happy World Cup if for the guys that look football, and happy. Have a nice week, guys. Goodbye. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Seb. Thank you, Lushan. Thank you, guys.